Hi, how y'all doing? It's June the 8th, 2025, here in Ontario, Canada. The skies are the same like they've been for all week, right? Just a little bit more blue in it today instead of just being gray and white, right? I know they're saying the wildfires, but don't they mean direct energy weapon fires, right? And there's no smoke. I don't smell any smoke in the air. And like I stated before, if there's smoke, something's burning, I smell it right away. Even if it's like somebody having a yard fire a couple blocks away, if it drifts my way, I can smell it. And I'd be like, oh, something's on fire. So yeah. I slept pretty good last night. Last couple of nights I've been going to sleep very quickly, which is good for me. I don't have to toss and turn, right? And I slept pretty good. I dreamt a lot. I'm not recalling any of them though. And I looked out my window, and my neighbor's car, which is parked right beside mine, right? There's two parking spots. His car door is wide open. And I was like, wow, I wonder what that's all about, right? And I watched for a little while because sometimes he goes to work early in the day. And I thought maybe he was getting ready. And no, it was so quiet. And so after about an hour and a half, I phoned my friend or messaged her and told her, right, that this had happened. And because like yesterday she came over to visit and she told me that she's seen one of the drug addicts coming out of one of the drug addicts' unit over on the side, my little friend's mom, right? That and he was doing the fentanyl walk, how they get all weirded out, right? Bent over, whatever. And he was looking in my other friend that lives over there, right? In her car, in the windows and stuff going around, right? Looking in her car. And I thought, suspicious, right? And so I was like, okay, so it was this guy. Seeing that my neighbor's car was there and got into it, right? So my friend on her way to work, she stopped and knocked on their door, and he come running out. He looked and he went into his car, and you could tell he just woke up, right? And half dressed and stuff like that. And he was freaking out. So I went out and I told him what I knew, you know, that drug addicts hanging over there have already been seen trying to, or looking into other people's vehicles, right? So you put two and two together, what do you get, right? Thieves. That's the problem with drug addicts, isn't it now? But yeah, so he was quite upset. He's like, yeah, if it happens again, I'm not going to be very happy. The weird thing about it, though, is he said that his car doors were locked. He has a fob, key fob. And I said, are you sure you locked them? He goes, yeah, I locked them. And if somebody had opened it, the alarm would have went off. There's a car alarm. It's a newer car, right? And I was like, oh, that's strange. I said, my son's learning in school to become a cyber hacker, right? And he said that Wi-Fi is the most uncontrollable, not Wi-Fi, Bluetooth is the most uncontrollable thing on the internet, right? Because you can use a Bluetooth signal to get into cars that are locked, sure, alarms, all kinds of stuff like that, right? If people know how to use it, it can really mess you up, right? And they're all young enough; they would have all been raised on computers, right? So I was thinking maybe that happened. He goes, yeah, maybe, right? I was like, because I have no idea how that would have happened otherwise. I said, anything get lost or taken? He's like, no, I didn't have anything in there. I said, well, that's good. You should never have anything leave anything in your vehicle, right? So there's nothing worth stealing in my truck. Nothing, right? So yeah, we had that little thing go on. And then all through the rise, I was sitting here watching all the drug addicts driving in, going right to her house. And you can tell they're drug addicts. Come on. They look the part. All right? So, yeah, lots of traffic over there. I guess because they can't hang out at the motel anymore since the cops and everything were there a couple of weeks ago, right? Because somebody fired a weapon or something like that. So yeah, her house is becoming the trap house of the block. But it's not going to last for long because we're in the energy of Jupiter. And Jupiter does things in a big way, right? The energy of Jupiter. What was the astrologer saying? Last time we had Jupiter was in 2013, right? Where strange, unexpected things are going to happen, like his door being open, right? And it's going to make it even more so pronounced, bigger. Whatever it is, right? Could be old people coming up from the past and they got a new game, right? Stuff like this. And probably a lot more different ways. I'm just not thinking about it right now. So yeah, just sitting here watching all the dysfunctional people walk by. What a shame, right? They all lowered their vibration. Or maybe they were all just vibrating low to begin with. And I'm just really noticing it now. So yeah, I text my friend and told her, my other friend, that they were looking in her car and told her that her car was being looked into it in the middle of the night. It wasn't in the daytime that this happened, right? So yeah, she said she'd phone me after she got off from work. She's the cleaner, right? So we'll see. She lives right next door to the trap house, shall we call it? The Schuman was yesterday. It was at 25. I don't know what it is yet. They haven't posted it. What do you think it's at? It's windy here though. It's been blowing wind all day. Doesn't matter how hot it is lately outside. My house is cool. It's just always cool. It's so weird. Until nighttime. Not always. Till nighttime. Around 8 o'clock, and then it starts heating up. Right? I guess it's because of the humidity changing after so many years. So yeah. Do you remember in 2013 anything weird, big changes, big energies happened in your life? Mine. I made a big mistake. Moved in with a guy, rented a room off of him, and he turned out to be quite the alcoholic, right? You know? He wasn't a very nice person, just let us put it that way. Right? I saved money on renting an apartment by renting a room, but it wasn't a better move at all. So I've learned a lot of lessons in my years since then, and I will not make any more mistakes. Not the same ones I've already learned, right? I've just decided to stay isolated, and whoever comes up my way, I'm going to go over them with a fine-tooth comb, right? I'm going to have to look into their soul and make sure that they're not trying to mess with me, because I will not be toyed with, right? I don't have the patience for stupidity. So yeah, that's what Tass was saying the other day we were talking. She's been coming over every day to visit. Well, for a few minutes, right? After work, stuff like that. Which is nice, because we're both awake. And she was saying, don't you feel sorry for them, Teresa, at all? And I was like, no, I have no tolerance for stupid people. I said, we all had a decision to make in 2020, right? Everybody got the Great Awakening. We all got the information. But some of them chose to go down, not to go up, right? I don't have time for WLBs, weak little bitches, right? Nobody, like I said, nobody helped me. I pulled myself up. I rewired my brain, right? You know, I don't need medication from a doctor or nothing. I'm quite fine. And I'm able to be independent and hold my life down. I got a call or a text earlier today from the guy that owned the truck that I used to drive around all the time. He lived with him. He died. He had open heart surgery a couple of weeks ago, and the other roommate that lives there, said, yeah, he didn't make it. He passed on Wednesday. They all got the job. The guy that used to own the truck and these two other guys that rent the same house together, right? So I don't know what he's going to do because it was the guy who died's house, right? And I think he told me once he was leaving it to everything to his nephews. So yeah, I thought it was strange she would text me and tell me about this because we're not that close. I only knew that guy through the guy that owned the truck I used to drive around, right? But yeah, maybe it's that unexpected energy. Thought it would mess with me, but it doesn't. Cats are acting different the last couple of days, right? When cats pawing at her ear a lot, I got to get my son to look at it when he comes home today. See if maybe she got some ear mites or something happening. Or maybe her little ears just ringing so much that she doesn't know what's happening. And then she was sitting in the hallway too. And it's like all of a sudden she just like started attacking something out of midair. Like them doing a flip and everything and did a zoom. And I was like, what the heck was that all about, right? But yeah, they're okay today. They've calmed down. Yesterday I had a very good day energy wise, right? Sure, I had the icky sensations in my feet, foot, and in my spine, and the headache. Not so much an ache as it's just pressure that feels like it's about to ache. My teeth were bothering me. But I had a really uplifting feeling, like happy feeling, like something good was going to happen. Like it was time to celebrate something, right? I have that feeling again today. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's Jupiter in Cancer, right? We shall see. All the tarot card readers are saying that everything's coming my way. I'm blessed, right? I'm going to get everything. But who knows? I said that so many times. I'm not making a bet on it, right? And I'm not going out to find anything or anybody either. I go to the grocery store and the chiropractor, and that's it. So yeah, to help get through this Ascension symptoms, if you like chiropractors, going to a chiropractor is a good idea. Masseuses, right? Massage people, stuff like that. Spa days, pedicures. I've never had one. Just stuff like this because with the energy coming in, especially if you're female, it gets into your muscles, right? And it'll create a block because it can't move. So that's why massages, chiropractors, whatever, right, will help you through it, calm you down. Because the energy is just going to keep on going, right? We have to be grounded. And pampering yourself is a good way to stay grounded, to be grounded. So yeah, Tuesday, full moon, like it says, 3:47 in the middle of the night. So, yeah, supposed to be a really strong one again. Oh no, right? You know, it'll be okay. It always works out. It does. For me, all the energies and stuff that everybody's saying that you should do this, you should do that, I've already been doing. And it just seems to come naturally to me, right? It just happens. But I have years of experience dealing with sheeple and watching, right? Figuring out what everybody's, what's it called? I want to say deficient in, how defective they are, right? Everybody's just trying to run game on everybody, I think. Unless you're from love and light, you know? So yeah, we're always protected. You know, we are. A big earthquake going off somewhere. Can't remember where it was now. Stella Burns was talking about it. I don't watch him too much because he's just too 3D for me, right? So yeah, but like I just like to know what he's seeing. So yeah, I don't have a lot to talk about. I just thought I'd jump on here, say hey. I haven't been getting any sun this year either. I haven't been going outside. There's nothing that doesn't hold any interest for me, right? I was sitting here today thinking, it sure would be nice to go for a picnic outside somewhere one day. Maybe I'll have to pull that off for myself if we get a weather day that I want to be outside in. Sit in the sun for a little while, tan up. I never burn. It's because of my ancestors' blood is in me, right? All right, that's enough. Every day I'm stronger than the day before. Every day I am wiser than the day before. And every day more harmony and joy is in my life than the day before. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.